Hello. In this unit, we're going to talk about generating listing opportunities for our realtors. How do we go ahead and do that? Well, it's not as easy as you may think, but it does produce results. We're actually on this approach going to have to go back to the telephone. And we're going to take a listing and we're going to do what's called a radius search around it. So, if I have a specific property that's been listed by a realtor, I'm going to use either the crisscross directory and do a radius search, or I'm going to call a data vendor like Best Rate Referrals out of Las Vegas, and I'm going to ask for every property that's a single family residence within a mile radius, and I'm going to call around that listing. It's such a simple presentation and it's such a simple script, and realtors could do this themselves, but in the end a lot of them are lazy and they're scared of getting on the phones, but it's so easy to generate listing opportunities. Here you go. Hi, Mr. James, this is Erik Webster with Ascent Home Loans. I'm calling on behalf of one of our realtor partners over at Remax. Recently, they just listed the property over on 123 Wisteria Lane, and typically when one person sells a house, a couple others usually sell in the area. And I was wondering if you'd like for us to mail out an estimate as to what your house may be worth in today's marketplace. And at that point they'll say, well, yeah, you can send something out. And I will reply, great. What I'm going to have is one of our realtor partners send you out a comparative market analysis just to give you an idea of what your property is worth, and then they'll probably follow up with you via phone just to make sure that you got it, okay? Great. And your address is da-da-da-da-da, and your phone number is this, and do you have an alternate number like a cell phone? Great. And what's your email address? Super. One of my realtor partners will follow up with you in a couple of days, and just keep an eye out in the mail, and you should get an estimate as to what your house is worth, and I appreciate you taking the time. There, it's just that simple. And then from there, I can call a realtor and say, listen, I just got a potential listing opportunity. A guy wants to find out what his house may be worth, and I don't know if he's looking to necessarily sell, but if you would, send him a CMA and then follow up with him in a couple days and just see what's going to happen, and you might get a listing opportunity from that. And the realtors will respect the fact that you're trying to help them build their business. And in fact, it's kind of what they should have been doing anyway, but in the end, we have to remember that realtors struggle with the same fears that we have of being on the phone, prospecting and selling, and that they might not necessarily have a coach or somebody in their corner teaching them how to do this. So if we can do a little bit of it for them and get them some additional leads in their pipeline, that is a great way to cement the business relationship for a long time to come between us and them. Now let's go ahead and talk about building their team brand and why that is so important and how we can lock ourselves in by becoming part of their team.